Hey everyone, Caffeine Man here. Today we're going to be going over the Monster Rehab berry flavor. Very excited to try this drink out. It is coming right up. Hello again everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. And in today's video, we're going over the Monster Rehab berry flavor. And someone mentioned this in a comment not too long ago, just a couple weeks ago, saying, hey, Caffeine Man, I noticed you didn't review the Monster Rehab berry. And I was like, what's this person talking about? I reviewed all the Monster Rehabs. And when it comes to like Monster, G Fuel, all that stuff, I usually know what I reviewed. But even though I say that, it's not true. My mind thinks that I know what I've reviewed. But in all actuality, sometimes I'm wrong, and I've probably been wrong maybe 6, 7, 8 times, less than 10. When someone says, hey, I don't see your review on your channel, I go and I check. If I do have a review, I send them the link to the review, get more views. But in some cases, I haven't reviewed the product, and I don't really remember Monster Rehab announcing that they had a berry flavor. And then in the back of my head, I'm like, did someone mention to me that they are gonna be releasing a berry? Whatever the case may be, I did not review it. So I went to the store, I picked it up, I looked up online to see when it was released, and it was released several months ago. So it's not like a brand new release, but it is the newest release from Monster Rehab. I'm going to be going over that with you very shortly. If you do want to know about Monster Rehab, I do have an original video right there. That's going to go over all the details of this drink, and most of them have the same ingredients, but I did check just to double check. Most of the stuff is the same. The only thing that changes is the sugar count and carb levels, of course, because of the sugar count. Let's taste it out. And here's the can for the wild berry tea. It's not just berry, it's wild berry. And why did I say I was excited by it? Because I'm a fan of tea. I was always a fan of hot tea. I used to be a big fan of iced tea, but a lot of the iced teas tend to have, or at least the ones in the cans, tend to have a little bit too much sugar. And if they don't have enough sugar, I usually don't like them. So it's really hard for me to find an energy tea that I like. And even though the Monster Rehab does have a little bit of sugar, I'd be happy if they made a flavor that I actually liked, because it only has 4 grams of sugar in it, and you are getting 6 carbs from it. And I think it does actually have juice in here. Yes, it does say that it has 3% juice in here, so they're probably giving you some wild berry juice. What else would they give you? That only makes sense. But overall, even though I do like teas, I haven't found many that I like, and even the Monster Rehabs that they have come out with, they've been kind of hit or miss for me. Nothing's really excited me. Nothing's really done too great of a job. I think most of them have rated in the 8s, but I'd really like to have some Monster Rehab options in the 9s if I drank Monster anymore. So hopefully it's not in the 9s, because I don't drink Monster anymore. Got several videos on it. Not gonna get into it now. Let's taste it out. Got ourselves a tea color here. Makes sense since it is a rehab tea. And of course you didn't see much fizz there, because these are actually non-carbonated teas. Also a plus in my book. Let's taste it out. Wild berry tea. My favorite kind of tea, I think. Usually not into the lemon teas. Used to kind of like raspberry teas, but berry tea, I'm surprised it took them this long to make it. So no carbonation, your sweetness, you're getting a medium to high sweetness, closing in on high. And for your flavor profile, I'm gonna say it's a high flavor profile. On the low end of high, they're giving you that Monster tea flavor, and I don't really like the Monster tea flavor that much. And I think they've changed it. They've modified it over time, because I remember really not liking the Monster tea flavor, and I think they've really gone much more tea flavored with it, so that you can hardly tell that it's a Monster product. And the berry that they're giving you in there, it's more of a natural berry flavor, which is interesting, because I would think that Monster would go with like a nice sweet berry, because a lot of the Monster products are really sweet, but they didn't go overly sweet with it. They went with more of a natural berry flavor, and they're going with a pretty almost healthy kind of tea here, because there's really not much sugar in it. But because they're giving you kind of that natural flavor, I'm not really a fan of natural berry flavors. There are certain things that I like to be a little bit artificial, and that's usually like my cherry flavors, the watermelon flavors, The peach flavors sometimes, I can take a natural peach, but when it comes to the berries, I haven't really found many natural berry flavors that I've enjoyed, but I like my berry drinks to be pretty sweet, somewhat artificial if that makes sense, but this is going much more natural for me. So if you're someone who likes a natural berry tea, then that's what you're gonna get out of it. And even though I am definitely not a fan of it personally, I think they gave you what they put on the can. They're giving you a wild berry tea, and for that, I'm not really gonna subtract points. I'm gonna base it on what it is. I think it's a pretty good flavor. So when we look at the Caffeine Man rating chart, I'm gonna give this an 8.4 because I think they did a good job with it. If they gave you a sweeter berry tea, I probably would have gone higher with it, but I can understand why they went the way they did. If you want to check out one of my first reviews on Monster Rehab, you can check out that video right there. And if you want to watch a video that YouTube thinks you're gonna like, you can check out that video right there. Definitely be sure to check out caffeineman1.com for how to save money on energy drinks with my affiliate links and coupon codes. And until next time, have yourselves a great day. Or night.